Good morning, everybody. It is February 2nd here, 5:30 in the morning, and I'm just going to take a quick look at Stellar at XLM here. There's a bunch of things going on at the moment, specifically with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is having a bit of a bullish, just had a bit of a bullish sign right now. Bitcoin just is trying to break above this range we've been in. This is I don't know if you watched the videos from yesterday here, we were talking about Bitcoin, and we said that we've been stuck in this range here for a while. We saw that there was clear resistance to this level, the 34,835, and now we're obviously seeing also that resistance at the $35,360. We went all the way down here and found that support after the breakout, after the massive breakout we had here, and we found that support exactly where we found that breakout at the 32,167, right? So we've been stuck in this for a while, and then as soon as we started retesting here, we started to actually have higher lows as we move up. And not until, the past 3 hours here, Bitcoin actually broke outside of this range, right? So in terms of a trade, usually if you're stuck in a range after a downtrend like this, any sign of a breakout above this line over here, over the resistance and the sideways action, is a really good sign, right? So right now, Bitcoin is showing that sign. It broke above this resistance over here at the 34,824, and now it's trying to break the actual resistance at the 35,388. So for Bitcoin to continue to have this movement upwards, we need to see another leg up here to actually break above the 35,683. And once we see that, then that's actually really nice for Bitcoin, and it's a really good sign of a bullish reversal after this downtrend sideways action, and then boom, right? Especially if we're looking at the macro picture here, if we're looking at the 4 hour, especially after seeing this pattern over here, that usually if you break above it, right? If you break above this pattern, then you are actually expected from a technical standpoint, right? Just from a technical analysis standpoint, to go above all the way to where the height of your base is basically at, right? As soon as you break above, and then it would just, let's say, well, whatever you had the breakout at, and that would actually lead us to somewhere around the $45,000 region, between the 45,000 and the 46,000, right? So that's just from a technical standpoint, right? So now this is what's happening with Bitcoin, and we're seeing those bullish signs. There's going to be a lot of frenzy today. I think there's going to be a lot of volatility, because this is going to really make or break what's going on with Bitcoin. And that's what I think XLM is actually following suit in terms of that. So those three lines we have over here are basically extended from right here. So if I go all the way back, even maybe show the 1 week. So this is it, right? This is from back in 2018. I just put in the major resistance line that we will have, which is almost at the 30 cent, around the 32 cent, and the 35 cent, right? And I just extended those over here, and that's why it explains why we're having a lot of those wicks all the way here for the past, month and a month and a half, basically, or month. So basically, we're seeing all those wicks. There's a lot of buyers sitting in the sidelines, and they're driving this price down as we move right from this region. So if we're looking right now at smaller time frames to see if that gets reflected on higher time frames, right? It looks like we did have that downtrend over here, which got us to the 0.225 price. And then recently here on the daily, we saw this major uptrend, which actually drove us, how much was that? 31%, right? And then the next day we actually tried to go all the way above, and then boom, the sellers here had like a big jab basically towards the buyers, and actually drove the price down a lot. But still, that didn't really take away from what the momentum is, that the XLM is having. So we're seeing a lot of those wicks. There's a huge battle going on. Even yesterday, same thing. We tried to really break above, and then the sellers actually took a heavy jab also against the buyers, but not as bad as this over here on this side. Because once you're starting to go up the retest the resistance, right, your first attempt is actually going to be rough. So they drove us down 23%, right? then the more you keep on hitting and the more you keep on knocking on that resistance, it starts to weaken, right? So, and that's what we're seeing here. So if we're looking maybe at the 6 hour, we're seeing this right now, right? We're seeing that there's clear ascending triangle, and there's also a clear supply zone here where buyers are coming in constantly, and that's basically, it's not even a line. That's why I put 3 lines here, but this is basically more of a zone where where we're definitely getting, every time we hit it, we're seeing those wicks to the bottom where the sellers are driving us down. And now on the 6 hour, we're seeing a lot of indecisiveness, but it's still we're having those higher lows as we move up, and then the sellers are coming in at a constant level around this area over here between the 33 cent and the 37 cent, which is a massive range, right? So even a break above here is also doesn't mean that, oh, this is 100% going up, because if you're seeing those wicks over here, they're extended over a range of like 12% movements upwards, right? So you could have a break above here, but still get sold out within half a day, right? So it looks like if we keep going down here to see anywhere where it's more consistent in terms of opening, closing of those candles, to see where we're actually stuck in terms of where's that resistance being driven to. And it looks like here that the first line we're going to be looking at is, let me just take off this box. The actual major resistance is somewhere around here, right? I would say it's around the 32, 33 cent, because you're being driven down right away to that as soon as we were seeing that those wicks are staying somewhere here. And yeah, so right now, every time XLM actually breaks above this level, right, the 33 cent, we're seeing a huge pump above. And then that's when where we're in that area where we need to actually be aware. So right now, looks like if we're breaking it down, XLM's been having those higher highs as we move forward, and a consistent ceiling to the top. We're reaching an area here where it's actually we're seeing the battle that's happening, right? Once you see a lot of those candles over here, I'm seeing a lot of indecisiveness. I'm seeing a lot of wicks to the both sides here. It's here, 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 here. It's everywhere basically, right? So this is extremely volatile for XLM. I think the volumes of trading on a 24-hour here is pretty high. And let's see here, what do we have? We were sitting at, in terms of the daily volume, I saw it here. Anyways, I can't see it. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We're seeing that happen right now. We're seeing the battle going on, and it's pretty interesting what's going to happen, right? So what's going on with Bitcoin is definitely going to drive this. We're seeing that in terms of how this actually looks pretty similar to what Ethereum is actually doing too, right? So there's not a comparison of XLM to Ethereum for all the Ethereum fanboys, but I'm just saying that the price action is pretty similar. So something to keep in mind here. I think any break above the 33.6 cents is pretty evident in terms of us breaking above, and any break below, I would say if you start seeing the XLM is actually going below this level over here, which is the 30 cent, then that's a reversal point, and it's actually it's an abort mission kind of situation where XLM, this is the condition we were looking at, and this is what we thought. We thought it's actually pretty bullish. We're seeing that even on the bottom here on the 2-hour, we're looking at the momentum to the bottom side here has been decreasing over time, right? You can say the same thing about the buying side, right? You can say the same thing at the buying area, but in terms of you can tell that the sellers have been more dominant, obviously, because although we're going up in terms of price, but those drive downs in terms of price action are actually pretty massive. So you can tell that resistance area is actually weakening. That's pretty clear over on this side, coupled with nice price action, coupled with the fact that RSI has been also increasing as we move up. We're having those higher lows, and the stochastic RSI right now is telling us that, look, sometime also soon here, we are actually supposed to have another leg up. So something to keep in mind here. Like I said, if I summarize it, any break above the 33.6 cents is actually pretty significant. It does look like we want to push above, but I don't see why XLM could also still go back down to test this line over here at the 32.9, 32.3 cent, and then actually have another leg up. But I think it fully depends on what Bitcoin's doing, right? So if Bitcoin actually does not hold if it doesn't pump back up and actually we find that it's breaking above the 35,680, then it's a completely different scenario, right? So we're just looking at early on price movements right now, and it's looking good. If this doesn't hold, then we're definitely trying to reorganize our strategy here and trying to see what the next target would be. So keep an eye out. Make sure you join our Discord. You'll see those signals a lot quicker. And yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know if there's anything I missed, any price action that might be driving this. If there's anything new that's driving this price action, and if there's anything worthwhile here that I actually missed. So thank you for watching. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.